Hello. Hold on, let me make sure I'm right up in here first. But this series is going to be titled Diaries of a Millennial Hoodoo Practitioner. Right? So if you are a millennial hoodoo practitioner, if you are a 90s baby specifically, then I want to like know if this is how, y'all feeling, or how are y'all able to, not even how, but like, what proof is it for you to keep going, right? Like, I know in my situation, I'm not the head of this household, so I do have to operate differently when it comes to my practices. But now that, shit is starting to hit the fan in a way that I have no choice but to practice, I think that it's getting a lot smoother. Well, it's getting smoother for me. It's getting rocky for others. That's all I'll say. Because when your energy is amplified, it does send out a frequency. And if there is something around you that's going against that, there is going to be friction. So this is episode 1. And episode 1 is, what is it? A journey to love, right? So I pulled some cards yesterday. And this is my reading, right? This is not necessarily a collective reading. This is my reading from an ancient ancestor. Well, I'll say from a master teacher with the assistance of an ancient ancestor. And when I was reading the story, the last card that was pulled was the Lover's card. And so I'm like, oh, this is how we get to love. Not saying that we're not already there. I will say, me, myself, I'm only able to assist others to getting to love because I am at love. So I'm able to assist others in getting there as well within themselves. I'm able to do that. I've been, I will say, I have been, I don't want to say granted, I have been presented with the opportunity to prove my power to my ancestors. That's what I would say. In breaking generational curses in my household. Like healing out loud type shit. Like, and I'm thankful for this opportunity because I've been practicing for this, for quite some time now. How I did the reading yesterday. Okay, what led me up to the reading? What led me up to the reading was, for a few months now, I already knew that there was a theme of stagnancy in this household that needed to be, banished and dealt with appropriately. So fast forward up until now, I started with my intuition and the guide of my ancestors. I started cleaning out our basement because the basement is where a lot of the stagnant energy is, and the garage. So they're like, you need to initiate this process in order for your loved one to get help. We have a loved one in the household who is sick and has stagnant energy in the body, stagnant energy in their space, and I won't say it's a reflection of what's in the house, but they're reflecting each other in a sense because the house is a body, right? So me initiating and this has been going on for a long time, but I just moved here 6 months ago. So in the process of me, and it took some time to get to the point to where I felt like I could really do a sweep in the basement. So I did that, and I burned a candle down there to for guidance. One, because it was hard as fuck, so I knew I was gonna need the ancestors to help me with that shit because it was just a lot of shit. And I burned a chime candle. I burnt one of these down there, and it burned so clean. So that gave me the okay to burn a bigger candle, a 7-day candle. But I burned a green one. And so in me burning the green candle, okay, I'm like, okay, what's the message? Let me pull cards. So I went to pull cards, and I'm sorry that this is dragged out, but y'all gotta fucking feel me. So this is what it is. So I pull cards for the green candle. Now what I do is I started with just a regular deck of cards. And I always want to get 3 cards from the regular deck because it's the original. The ancestors like it better. They say it's more straightforward. I'll just say that. And what I use to interpret the card is cardology. I got the booklet that I use to interpret the card I got from Aquarius Maximus website. And that is a really helpful tool for me for divination, is using that system. Not always just playing into the calendar, but using cardology. And the first card was the 7 of diamonds. The 7 is already what's up because of the 7 laws of Ma'at. So that's lit. 7 of diamonds. Then we got the 7 of spades. The second 7 comes from the 7 African powers, right? And I know that because I have a candle right here with my angel. 777 is for good luck. The third 7 is the 7-knot string. And you correlate that to the 7 African powers and the 7 laws of Ma'at. And the third card was the 4 of spades. So first, let's break down the beginning part of the story, A Journey to Love. Okay. The reason why I'm even telling this story in the first place is because I feel very compelled to tell this story in real time. 7 of diamonds. I ain't got my glasses on. But the 7 of diamonds is a millionaire, creative, family issues or matters, spiritual money, poverty or wealth consciousness, spending a great deal of money, financial challenges, and female empowerment. Okay. Then we'll go to the 7 of spades. Oh, wait. And the dates for that, January 20th, February 18th. That's not really important. Okay. And then the 7 of spades, 5, 6, 7, is faith, accidents, ailments, manifestation of dreams, spirit work, and negativity. These cards are sister cards. These cards are reflections. One of these cards is me, and I feel like the other card is my sister because she is sick. She's the one that's sick. And I feel like these 2 sevens have been, I don't want to say battling, but it is a battle in a sense. These 2 sevens have been battling for a while. And this 4 is what comes in to balance things out. Let's read the 4. The 4 of spades. Yes, grounded, stability, the kept woman or man, fortunate satisfaction, ultimately obtaining what you desire. But the key in this is grounded in stability. I'm grounded in a sense of myself to where I am hyper aware of what is going on and how A lot of these blockages have to be removed spiritually first, or addressed spiritually first, and then it will trickle down into the physical, and that happens by trusting God. You initiate the process spiritually with you and God and your spirit guides and your ancestors and your magic, and then that magic gets carried out into the ethers, and then God uses your intention to make shit shake. And then the numerology of the cards: 14 plus 4 is 18. 1 and 8 is 9. And the 9, I think our house vibration number is 9. For sure it is. But that's also my sister's life path number, is a number 9. I was born in a 9 month. Lots of 9 themes around. So, and 9, you already know what a 9 represents, is the rebirth, the transformation. The 7 would be the completion, 9 would be the transformation. So we got a number 9 right here, and this is the first part of the story. Is 2 sisters who are kind of, I will say, energetically at ends, but they are a reflection of one another. And then the 4 is how these sisters rectify this, is through grounding and balance and staying kept. So staying clean, being presentable, just, being kept. That's what this means. So this energy is what is going to help balance out these 7s. And this is the first part of the story. For the second part of the story, I used tarot cards, right? Because the tarot cards will give us more guidance as to how this actually is possible. Like, how is this actually going to work? Because we need depth, we need understanding, we need guidance, we need, to be accountable for our actions and for our power, not abusing our power. We need to be responsible. So I pulled tarot cards to clarify these 3, and the first 2 came out together. Is the 3 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Cups. 3 of Pentacles and the 8 of Cups. We're gonna start there. I'm not really fucking with this right now, but I'm gonna fix it. The 3 of Pentacles. Where is the book? I'm gonna read it out of the book it came with, but I'm also going to read it out of the Tarot Bible, right? And in this deck, the 3 of Pentacles is the glory of Horus, okay? This right here, the glory of Horus, is so much confirmation for me, just because we all know that Horus is the original son of God, okay? Horus is the one who takes you to his father if your shit is right on the scales when you go see Anubis. So the glory of Horus, and that is just so fucking amazing. And it says negotiated advantage, recension, and celebrity. I don't know what recension means, but whatever. Negotiated advantages. So 3 of Pentacles, the glory of Horus. I'm negotiating my advantages with Horus, with the Son of God. Like, he sees the work that's going on, sees the work that I'm doing spiritually, sees how I'm taking care of my energy, sees how I'm doing this to better the life of my family and future generations. So negotiate. This is an advantage for us, okay? Well, for me, I'll say. And then the 8 of Cups. See, in the 8 of Cups, it's different in this deck. It's not the same as previous decks I've worked with. Because in this deck, the 8 of Cups is illusions. And it's actually chalices, but, The papyrus shoot. Arrested, ripening, illusions, fantasies, and improbability, right? I know for a fact that this eight of Cups Go with this 7 of motherfucking spades, baby. I know that for a fact because this is the person that is living in the fantasy. This is the person who's not keeping it real with themselves. I know that. So, and Horace knows that. Horace sees that. Like, when you keep your actions and your intentions pure with yourself, and you let it be known to God, like there is no, that's what I'm saying, there is no length that God will go to move shit for you because of your intentions. My intentions are to heal, my intentions are to grow, my intentions are to improve. And in this household is people, it's situations going on that is counterproductive to what the fuck I'm doing. And it's time for, it's just time. Like, it's time. The video gonna kind of be out of order, but I don't care. I just need to get it out because, like I said, I feel very compelled to share my story in real time because it's like, do you ever... Okay, here go the thing. Sometimes when you the black sheep in your family, when you the chosen one in your family, people's actions and their behavior and their decision-making skills, especially if you're living in the same house, it will have an effect on what's happening just because it's not aligned. And I refuse to, continue to allow this type of neglect and abuse go on, and I can do something to prevent it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to say right my wrongs because I'm really on the righteous side with my actions and my behaviors for the most part. But, like, it's about the future generations. And it's a common theme in my family of, I will say, of mothers not protecting their daughters. Yeah, like, it's a common thing. Like, I have seen it. Hold on. I can't talk. Hold on. I have seen it with aunts and cousins. I've seen it with my grandmother and her daughters. I've experienced it with my mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is a reoccurring theme, a generational curse that does need to be rectified. And now that we are here in the time of coming out of systematic oppression and going into magic and technology, it is the time to, really attempt to put this shit to bed. And when it comes to future generations in my family, because no girl deserves to, be abused. No girl deserves to be neglected. No girl deserves to feel like she can't trust her mother. And I know my mom feels like that about her mom. And, like, that hurts me. It hurts me that to see that. It hurts me to, just see things. No, it don't hurt me to see things on new levels, but abuse hurts me. Like, even if it's not directly happening to me, because I feel like I have such a deep empathy to people and their feelings, because I'm so, hyper aware of my own feelings. Oh, shit. This is a thick ass strip. And so those was the 2 cards. We're gonna do the last 2 cards, and this gonna be it. We're gonna do the last 2 cards. I'm gonna tie it all together. The last two cards are the Knight of Wands and the Lover's card, right? And the Knight of Wands, Horus's messenger. Like, I didn't even realize that said that yesterday. Oh no, that's the Knave. My bad. The Traveler. Okay, the Traveler. Journey, departure, and arrival. And so that's why this story is called Journey to Love, because it's literally, that's what the cards say. The last card is the Lover's card. The Lover's card is the test, the struggle between passions and consciousness. But indecision is more fatal than the wrong choice. Examination, attempt, pact, and the need for decision, the sowing of seeds. And so in my particular situation, in my household, what this story says to me, that if you don't make your own decision, one will be made for you. And it's a journey to love. It's a journey. And we got guidance with Horus through your illusions, to take this journey to ultimately get you to make the decision that you already knew that you needed to make. Okay, I'm not saying you. I'm talking about in my household, right? That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about in the household. And I will show y'all the candle that led me to pull these cards. And the candle didn't look like this before I lit it. So I lit the candle, I pulled the cards, and it's overnight. Like, this is what the candle is looking like in a result of the story playing out in real time on top. Don't forget, like, I cleaned the basement. So this has a lot to do with it. Okay. It's up early, so I'm a little raspy, but I had to document the action or story going on with this candle, because you can just see how much blockages have to be removed. And this was a green candle, and on the candle I wrote green for growth, right? Just because of the situations that is occurring in my household right now really calls for deep spiritual what's the word, like interruption, deep spiritual interruption, in order for, this situation to be rectified. And I'm actually very, very, very surprised that I woke up to it like this, because it wasn't like this when I went to sleep last night. But the intention is so crucial to the growth and development of my family, not just myself, but for the children, that, the ancestors are showing me exactly how serious it is and how much I needed to fulfill this mission. So I wanted to get on here while it was still burning, just to show, like, you can find blockages. You can, if you're a person that likes physical proof, candle magic is one of the ways to do it. And you learn how to read the glass, and it will tell you a story. I'm not going to know what this blockage is until the candle is done burning, because I need to let the story play out. So I just really thought it was important to capture that right now, because what led me to burn this green candle was I cleaned out the basement. And prior to this, a few months ago, I burned a white candle. And when it was done burning, it also had black soot on the top. And I asked what it was, and it was stagnancy. So I have pretty much been working to get stagnancy out of this house for a few months. And I'll just say I have a family member that's dealing with some personal issues right now. and it makes things stagnant around. And while they are gone for the overnight or however long it's going to be, this is the work that's going on here. And I'm just, like I said, I'm so shocked. The candle is burning nice and the flame is nice and tall. But like I said, those blockages, it's a lot of it. It's a lot of it. A lot. In continuation of the black candle, I want to point out that I have values here. So this is also in green is value. Taurus is value. It's an earth sign. Green, earth, heart chakra. Money matters also. But this is removing blockages around the values, because the family member that is in need of this work is definitely having a battle between what they value for real in life. And so I just want to point that out. And this is how I do what you know what I'm saying? That's how I do what I do. I burn a lot of incense. I'll sprinkle it down, and then I'll write my intention in there. And I actually learned this from a powerful ass witch, I'll say, but she actually does it with herbs. You can do it with herbs. I like to do it with the ashes, because the ashes represent the phoenix, rising of the phoenix, or the rising of the kundalini energy. So I like to use ashes. Plus, I feel like I was a warrior princess in a past life, so I love fire, magic, and smoke and ashes play a big part in my practice. Excuse me. Now that y'all done seen the candle, don't it look crazy, right? And y'all tell me, like, are you a millennial hoodoo practitioner that is actively breaking generational curses? Are you aware of the curses that, curses that affect your family? Do you know how to combat those curses? Do you know how to go about, getting guidance and assistance with your ritual work in order to amplify the power of your bloodline? Do you know how to do that? You know what I'm saying? And if you don't know how to do that, you probably ain't ready. If you don't know how to do that, you probably got some growing to do. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know how to do that, then you probably have some unnecessary attachments holding you back from activating your maximum power. So, work on that for real. Like, this is a spiritual war. So work on your energy. Work on your power. Work on standing your ground. Work on your morals. Like, don't be, you know what I'm saying? Like, have the morals, please. Because that is going to be able to help you trim the fat. Having morals is going to help you eliminate what is no longer needed, for your growth. Like, have the morals, set your standards. You want to stand on business. Like, yeah, a lot of y'all are not even standing up. So, figure out exactly what it is that you care about. And then ask yourself if that aligns with your purpose, if that aligns with your greatest good. Because I won't say a lot of practitioners. I don't know a lot of practitioners, especially not in my area. But you got to learn how to do this shit yourself. Like, for real. Because people will use you and manipulate you and abuse your motherfucking power and take your kindness for weakness. They will. I've been through it. So I know, like, don't let these people abuse your power for the sake of spirituality, for the sake of magic. Like, don't let them fool you into thinking that, like, don't let them fool you into thinking that y'all have the same intentions. Like, really trust yourself. Really challenge yourself. Challenge yourself. Like, I'm telling you, like, challenge yourself. If you're addicted to drinking or any drugs that you feel like you're not in control of, you need to challenge yourself, especially before this so-called new year, because, like, shit's gonna get rocky after that. Like, shit is not just about to level out and be easy. Like, no, if it's my bad, shit is just looking at the alignments, right? Like, I don't dictate my life on the alignments, but I definitely do use it to my favor to be aware of the energy, be aware of what's going on. So it's not just gonna be, oh, happy new year, and you think these, no, your morals are gonna get tested, your strength is gonna get tested. That's what happens. Like, God has to know that you're worthy. You know what I'm saying? You have to separate from things. You have to go without things. God needs to know that you really want it. Like, do you really want it? Because God don't be believing you. Y'all be saying, I ain't saying y'all, but I would say people be saying that they want shit, but, like, they don't really be wanting the shit, because they will do everything that they can to destroy that very thing or to stop that thing from getting to them. So I hope you enjoyed the message, and I will see y'all later. I will see y'all next time.